Excellent. Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming. Today is the medical intuitive training activation for day one. We'll do day two tomorrow. And so just to give you a quick rundown of what we'll do today compared to tomorrow. Um, Today we'll work on just removing our own personal blocks to the whole sensory apparatus, to all your senses. And there's many more than just five. So we will do that, and then we will bring in the activations for the grids that allow you to connect to others and to connect to the medical guides, the psychic surgeons, actual team of intelligent divine energies that will allow you to heal yourself or work on others. Then I'll also bring in screens. We need to start using color to help us sense and see where in somebody's system they have imbalances or blocks or obstructions. So we'll do that today. And then tomorrow we'll go deeper with enhancing our sensory apparatus, and we will rewire and upgrade all of our perceptions. And then we'll do just 3 sessions. So that's kind of the game plan for these two upcoming medical intuitive training sessions. And so what else do I want to tell you guys? So this is the beginning of your medical intuitive journey. A lot of you are already healers, and you have some sensing and psychic sensing or interest in the healing arts already. So we're just going to amplify that for you and give you a couple of tools that I use that help me to people for healing and just for understanding, kind of understanding what their motivations and psychology is like. So with that, let me see. I took some notes here, but I didn't read them before the session. So yeah, so the objective and goal for today is to enable you to conduct medical intuitive readings to help yourself and to help others. And you are welcome to use this with another system if you have a healing system that you work with regularly. And yeah, so with that, and during the healing today, I'll just talk as the energies are coming in to clear things out for you. So for the first few minutes, let's just call in some energies to boost our life force. And our spirit and life force needs to be strong for us to heal and clear and release. So everybody's already connected to the group field. If you don't feel connected, just with your intention through your heart and your navel connection, connect to everybody into the group field. And we're welcoming in the medical guides. I call them psychic surgeons. They're divine intelligence. It's very good at healing the human body on the emotional level. If you'd like to take a few slow, deep breaths, the energies are already coming in. I'm feeling heat in my face, heat in my spine. Some of you may already be feeling heat as well. We are boosting our life force. And you're welcome to sit, you're welcome to lie down. Again, today we're doing the personal clearing of whatever obstructions and imbalances that we have that are preventing us from having really strong psychic. And then we're going to activate the initiations. And then tomorrow we'll do a deepening, enhancement of the psychic perception initiations, as well as an upgrade and rewiring of your system. So you're better able to connect to your higher self and just the guides and the collective, and you're better able to connect to whoever you're working on, whether it's a person or a collective or group that you're working on healing and clearing. And you're in charge of the volume. If it gets a little too hot or a little too buzzy, just ask for the energies to turn down. Otherwise, you can turn them up. And some of you may feel cold. I think most of us are getting a little warmed up as we bring in the celestial energies to boost our life force. And through these activations, we're bringing in like a higher self overlay. I call it a grid. Some of you can call it a matrix or a room, but it is an overlay that's coming down. And then there's a braiding that needs to happen. And I call that a rewiring. So there's a shift in your consciousness and actually how your energy flows and connects to others and receives information. Energies are definitely becoming really buzzy. And you may already start feeling if there are any disturbances in your energetic field. If you have any like tension or pressure anywhere, just ask the energies to come through and clear that out. Clear out your imbalances, clear out any pressure. It's usually areas or spaces in the emotional or mental bodies or the physical etheric bodies that are preventing you from having a really good, strong psychic apparatus connection. So we want to clear that out. So you have a very clear, clean, crystalline, well-connected, pure vessel. And as we get these activations today, they will begin and they will stay very strong for overnight over the next 24 hours. And then, like I said, tomorrow we will upgrade and deepen, but the initiations will continue permanently. They don't just stop. Your system will actually, over time, become much more open, more sensory, clearer as you develop your medical intuitive gifts and just your perception, perception in general. And we already know when you tune into someone to do a healing on them, or even if you're working on yourself, that there are various layers and various aspects to each issue, various layers to problems. So it may take more than once or twice to work on something. The most important thing is to identify and diagnose what it is that you're seeing or that you need to see. And for some of you, you're visual and you're able to see things either symbolically or literally. Then there's others of you that are sensory. Like I'm very sensory. I can hear somebody's voice and I know right away where blocks and obstructions sit in the body. So some of you will have intuition that develops again, becomes more visual. Some of you will have intuition that develops that's more mental, more telepathic. You can read and sense in others and situations. And then there will be some of you that are like more emotional intuitives, where you feel things in your body that someone else is processing. And it's through your system that you're able to channel in to clear their stuff, whether it's emotional, kind of mental thought forms, or again, the physical obstructions or imbalances. Okay, just a couple more minutes with this boosting of the life force. And ask the guides for help and assistance in developing your instincts, in developing your intuition, developing your perception, so you become more open to doing intuitive medical readings for others. You could read for pets. You can read for people you know, people you don't know, people that are physically in your space, people that are not in your physical space, and people on television. You know, energy has no boundaries, energy has no barrier. So you will pick and choose who you want to diagnose, read, and then heal. Okay, that energy is going to continue. Let's bring down the medical healing grid. It looks like a big crystalline matrix. It's like a big Rubik's Cube. It's the size of a big room. We're dropping that down over the entire group. And you'll feel the energy coming in now. It's very buzzy. Those of you that have your eyes closed, you may start seeing little dots, orbs, sparks, maybe a little bit of magic floating around. This grid that we're dropping in now will become just a permanent part of you. It will be woven into you, through you, so you're able to bring it down. When you bring down this medical intuitive grid, you're able to connect to lots of energies, of various beings, various intelligent energies that will come through the grid, flow through you. You're the channel, and it allows you to connect to whoever your focus and intention is on. So we'll walk through all the steps, but I just want to give you the initiations right now. So we're asking for divine source to activate our ability to pull down this grid, the medical intuition crystalline grid, at any time. And you'll get so good that you won't even need to bring it down. It'll automatically just be running in the background, and you'll be able just to start channeling right away. But you know, you need practice with that. My ears are ringing. Lots of energies coming through. We want to definitely connect you with your gifts, activate your abilities. And the grid will develop it'll become like thicker and denser and brighter and carry more light and more sparks of energy, especially over the next 24 hours as we're creating it. It's a custom fit grid for you and your energy system, so you can be the best channel and best medical intuitive that you can be, and everybody's different. So some of you need certain tweaks with, you know, emotions or visuals, or some of you may need other perceptions like sense, touch, taste, such things like that. So this grid is starting to work on that now. So let's ask the energies that are running through the grid, channeling through the grid, to start clearing out in us. any blocks and obstructions that we have that are preventing us from having strong sensing, strong intuition. It's going to be different for everybody. And we'll stay here for about 5 to 7 minutes. And then we'll go through each sensory um, part of your sensory apparatus. And then we'll go through the chakras in you that need clearing out. But for now, let's do just a custom clearing specific for you that's preventing you from having optimal perception and sensing. And again, you have the volume control. So if you need to feel more, please turn it up. We're only operating at about 30 to 35% energy running. Some of you need to feel it a little bit more. Or if you'd like to see, ask for them to show you. If you'd like to feel in your body, ask for the energies to help you feel. And for some of you, if you need to clear out some emotions, ask them to show you what emotions are being cleared out. So as you can feel, that medical intuitive grid that we just brought down, it's very powerful and it has a lot of different energies running through it. So when you start working on yourself and others and you bring down the grid, these very intelligent energies will know which ones to bring in to help the situation. So you just stay a channel, you stay surrendered, and you allow the energies to come through. But you are needed because you are the channel. And so you have to sense into somebody's system to figure out what it is that they need or where the root cause of something lies. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. For now, we just need to clear out our own stuff. So when the grid drops in and you're clearing out your own stuff, for some of you, you may be clearing out some astral energies. You're kind of sanitizing yourself. We want to keep it really simple. You drop down the grid and you ask them to come in and start clearing, just clearing out the blocks. Okay, let's spend just a few minutes on each of the sensory components of your perception apparatus. We'll start with your sense of sight, your ability to see. The energies are going right to your head and eyes. You should feel some pressure there. Some of you may be feeling it all the way in your ears and your jaws. We're working on your sense of sight. Let's activate your sense of smell. You want a keen sense of smell. So when you're connected to someone to do a medical like diagnosis and reading and clearing, you can smell what's going on. Like literally, you can smell if there's a foul smell, a moldy smell, some kind of funky infection smell, an indigestion smell. You'll recognize through your sense of smell. Activate your sense of taste. Your sense of taste. Blocks and obstructions to your sense of sight, smell, taste. We ask for energies to clear that out, please. Any fears around the sensing, clear that out, please. Any and all blocks. Any physical reparation that needs to be done, we ask for that healing now, please. your sense of hearing, your ability to hear sound, information. Let's activate that, please. Anywhere where your senses have been damaged or blocked, just we're asking to clear that out in us, please. Let's add in the sense of touch. So your ability to understand and sense information through touch. When you touch an object or you touch a person, you're better able to understand what's happening for them, either emotionally, with mentally their thought forms, or physically with their body. To also activate your sense of spatial orientation. Very important to have a strong sense of spatial orientation when you're connecting to someone, to diagnose what's going on, to read and understand what's happening, the root cause of something. Any blocks, obstructions that you have to sensing strong spatial orientation. We ask for clearing and healing of that now, please. So as they work on the spatial orientation, you may feel a little bit lightheaded, like almost like you're floating. As that continues, Let's activate the body awareness. Let's activate and clear out any of the receptors in your muscles and your joints and your tendons that would prevent you from connecting and sensing into someone else or into something else. So we're clearing, releasing the blocks to your body's awareness. You may have like an old injury come back up in a joint or somewhere where you've had some damage. So we want to clear that out so we can ignite those receptors. Let's activate your ability to sense pain. So if you have any blocks or obstructions to sensing into someone else's pain, emotional pain, physical pain, let's clear that out in you. And oftentimes the pain, the root genesis is in the heart. Be better able to feel someone's emotions. And we all know that emotions contribute to our physical well-being. It's very important to be able to sense into that. Let's clear out any blocks and obstructions in our system, preventing us from being able to sense that. And clear out um, anything blocking us from being able to sense temperature. Need a good, strong sense of temperature. Too hot, too cold, too dry. So clear out any blocks in us, preventing us from having an awareness to temperature, someone else's temperature. Just a few more minutes anywhere where you have like inflammation or just anything else that you need to clear up in yourself. Just ask the energies from the medical intuitive grid to come through. Anything that's preventing you from having a strong psychic sense. Let's go to the third eye. Let's go to the forehead. Clear out any the hooks, attachments, blocks, whatever energies need to come in to optimize that for you. Really activate your third eye, psychic sensing. That third eye connects to your gut, so we'll move to the gut next, but let's spend a few minutes clearing out your you might be feeling quite a bit of pressure in your forehead. They're working on clearing out the third eye. Let's drop down to the heart, specifically any kind of heart chakra connection, anything that needs to be cleared up in the heart. Places where you hold any fear, any subconscious experiences that are preventing you from having a good connection, preventing you from being very intuitive, instinctive, anything that's preventing you, even the lack of confidence that's preventing you from connecting to somebody, to their body. In a very pure, clean, genuine way. Clear that out. Let's drop down to your gut, just that whole gut, the navel, in the front and the back. Clear out anything that needs to go that's preventing you from having good sensing. It also just might be something that's causing like energy fluctuations, energy disturbances in your system. We want to unhook from that and clear it out. And let's bring down your connection to color so you can strongly sense color. So through this medical intuitive grid holds all the guides, the energies that you need to do medical intuitive readings. Let's bring down the color green. So just use your imagination to sense the color green. It's like a screen. It's about 6 feet by 6 feet in front of you. And just for today, just start visualizing the color green. It's just bright, vibrant green, color of good, strong life force. So we're just activating these colors for you today, and tomorrow we'll start working with them. So the green screen is the color that you'll see when there are etheric and physical obstructions and blocks, physical imbalances in the person that you're connected. So you may see streams of green, spots of green, but to start, you need to start bringing down the color green, like inviting the green. That's the energy that will flow to the person you're connected to clear out and heal on the physical level. It's very easy to visualize color. It's much harder to see streams, much harder to see what intelligent beings are working on, but it is very easy to see color. So you can just sit with the color green kind of in front of you. For some of you, it'll surround you. And the color green may shift and change into different shades of green, a lighter green, more fluorescent green, maybe a more emerald, sparkly green. It doesn't matter. Just we want to bring in the colors. So let's move on to the next color, which is blue, which is the color that you will call in to show you mental and emotional concerns when you're working on somebody. So just visualize blue. For me, it's just showing up as like a cosmic midnight blue, but it could be lighter and brighter. And again, the shade doesn't matter. It's just your ability to imagine and visualize blue. You have to be able to call down the energies. And if you can visualize the color, then you know the energies are there. If you're having a hard time visualizing a color, it's hard to activate those energies to clear out the mental and emotional in somebody. So just spend another minute just visualizing blue. Again, it could be a screen in front of you between like you and your you're working on. It's about a 6 by 6 size screen. Or for some of you, it just will envelop you, and that's okay too. This is for those of you that have a hard time sensing physically into somebody. A really good shortcut is just to start using color. When you call in a color to do a mental and emotional kind of diagnosis and reading, you'll be able to see where in their system the block that's tied to the mental and emotional sits. So we pulled in green for physical, we pulled in blue for the mental and emotional, and then we're pulling down a violet, like a beautiful iridescent violet. And that's for the spiritual and other energy bodies. Could be anything, the auric field, the meridians. We're just activating this. It'll develop in you over time, so you'll become more steady. And for some of you, like when you pull down the violet, you'll start seeing like violet dots, violet spots. It's fine. This is how the information is going to channel through you to somebody else. So those are the only 3 colors that we're going to call in today is the green for the physical body, blue for the mental and emotional, and this beautiful violet, like a cosmic violet, for the energetic, the spiritual, the kind of intangible, like the meridians, things like that. The whole like luminous egg or the auric field. People may have a root cause of an issue not even sitting in their system. It may be somewhere outside of their system. But when you call down the violet, it will show you where, it will guide you, that the color will show up somewhere around somebody. So you can focus your intention to clear that out in them, to allow them to have some healing. So let's spend the next 5 minutes or so just asking to develop our sense of color, our ability to really imagine and use color as a guide to connect and correct imbalances in others. And for some of you, you just may be seeing like rainbows of color right now. Some of you may be seeing like iridescent, colors or little orbs, little sparks, lights, streamers. It doesn't matter. It's just this initiation is, again, we want to activate your ability to sense color. Once you're able to sense into the color, then you know the energy is shifting. You're able to bring down a certain energy to help somebody, and then you can ask for healing. That's how the colors will work. So it'll be a very simple procedure. You'll bring down the grid, the medical intuitive grid, which is like a big Rubik's cube of crystalline energies, and it holds all kinds of frequencies and codes and beings and intelligence. You'll connect to somebody else, whoever your patient or client is, or your group is. And then you'll start pulling in colors. Once you start being able to see the colors, that's when you know that your energy is shifting, and you ask for help and healing, and you become the channel through which the healing takes place. But for now, we're just activating just the full rainbow of colors in your system, your ability to be a medical intuitive using your sense of color. For some of you, you may see a bright, like diamond bright color. That is the sharpest, clearest, purest, just divine, pure, divine, diamond bright color. Just the whole color spectrum. I think a lot of you are just seeing lots of colors as they're building and developing in your system. And again, all of this is activated through the big grid that we drop down as we activate these sessions on you and somebody else. And again, you'll get to the won't have to even bring things down and call them in. They'll just automatically start running like this. It's just intention is like a remote control. You just aim it at what you want, and over time, with practice, it'll just activate naturally. But for now, we just need to give you the initiations so you're able to pull in and call on the energies, all the energies, the whole gamut of energies that sits in the medical grid, and all the beings, the psychic surgeons, the medical angels, all the orbs, just so much divine intelligence. And then your job is to bring in the energy, turn it on, connect to somebody else, and then just surrender and be the channel and allow the energies to flow through you um, as you stay focused and connected to the person that you're working on. And of course, as with any healing, if both of you are present, both of you are focused and active, it just makes everything more effective and work faster and go deeper. So that is the ultimate way of healing, in my opinion. But you can absolutely do big collective healing, family healing, coworker healing, group healing, neighbor healing without them being present or with you. They don't even need to know. This is all coming through like a higher self overlay. And there's a lot of the soul braiding that's taking place for you and your consciousness to shift, to allow these gifts to activate in you. And so whatever energies and gifts are necessary to kind of meet your objective, they will be activated. And again, this is all governed by our higher selves and divinity. So permissions are not a part of this. So just a couple more minutes. I hope you're having some very beautiful colors stream through you and to you. Rich blues and greens and yellows, golden, orange, peaches, coral, reds, pinks, iridescent reds and pinks, all the way to violet, soft lavenders, purples, kind of that cosmic violet. Pure crystalline diamond light. And also just the last couple of minutes, this is the last thing we'll pull in today, is your ability while you're in the grid to pull down information from various sources. So we're opening up a channel from your heart into different information that you may need from ancient mystery schools, from different dimensions. So it's your connection to this information. This is what we're opening up right now for you. Some of you in this lifetime or in other lifetimes have been initiated into a variety of mystery schools, different teachings, different energies, just so you start using that more consciously as it pertains to developing your medical intuitive skills. And again, this is available to everyone, to anyone. The stronger your sensing, the stronger your ability to conduct readings, do a diagnosis, to sense into people's voices through sound, to their bodies, through your body, through sight, seeing color, being able to see different blocks, obstructions, dark spots, cold spots, all of that. It will start developing. You just need to work with it. Some of you already have that. It'll just deepen it. It'll open you up a little bit more. So let's ask for support and integration of all the changes, the clearing, the new initiations that were brought in for your system specifically today. So you don't feel so imbalanced, so you feel strong, grounded, protected, Let's just sit with the integration. And again, we're still in that medical grid, that Rubik's Cube, full of all kinds of light and love and beautiful medical healing energies. Some of you may be able to see like the angelic energies. You may be able to see guides standing on either side of you, or you may just feel like you're in a room full of beings. You'll feel a lot of density around you. If you can feel that and you didn't feel that at the beginning, your sensing has already turned up, because that has been with us the entire hour today. And actually, these energies have been developing in us for since you RSVP'd yes on the invite, but very strongly with intention for the last week. I've been channeling into the group field actually to activate changing of your perception and senses. I've had a lot of changes in my vision and my sight, and even in how I see color. That's been activated in a big, profound way for me this week. Just a few more minutes. We're asking to integrate all the changes to our system and all the initiations that we've activated today to stream in. And all this will continue working very strongly for you. If you're in Europe or in another country, it'll happen overnight while you're asleep. For those of you that are here in the US, you may feel a little bit wobbly and wonky the rest of the day, but that's okay. We're making lots of changes. And then tomorrow we'll go in and we'll do the enhancements, and we'll do actual rewiring of the brain and nervous system to deepen your connection to these energies, to these guides, and just how you flow and connect to others. And so you have better sensing and perception. Again, we want you to have strong perception of the physical, so you feel either through your body, or you'll feel what's going on in somebody's body by bringing down color, by screens, by asking, show me where this is in their body. And you'll see through the green, because the green represents the physical, the connection to the earth, the physical. And you'll be able to see where you have green dots and green overlays or little streamers or something like that. Or you'll be able to bring down a blue screen, or you'll see blue light somewhere in somebody's field. And then that's when you'll know, okay, this is the root, the genesis in their mental, emotional bodies. And ask for the energies from the grid to channel through you and go into somebody else, and ask for healing. Just ask for healing, because you're the conductor. You're the conductor of the medical healing. So you need to be able to diagnose and read what's going on, and then ask for the energies to flow through you to allow for healing, peaceful healing for whoever you're working on. And then, of course, also we brought down the violet, the color violet, and that's more of the energetic and spiritual clearing. So there'll be 3 levels of clearing: the green, the blue, and the violet. And that's how you'll use your sense of color. And then obviously when you bring down the grid, first you'll bring down the medical grid. It activates you, connects you to somebody else, activates all the energies that are very much alive and built into this medical intuitive grid. And and then you'll just start working that way. So I think that is what we will do for today. Some of you are out because you're just getting really rewired. That's okay. Just stay there. Stay there. For those of you that have done your integration and you're ready to come back, welcome to come back. I'd love to hear how this was for you. I'd love to know how your week or two prior to today's session has been for you, as far as in terms of depth perception, balance, your sight, your vision, your hearing, maybe your sense of color. So that would be interesting to know. And I'll love to know tomorrow, after tomorrow's session also. And tomorrow will be more interactive, how that has been for you as well. And if you don't want to speak, but you'd like to leave some comments in the chat, please do so. And thank you everybody for coming. We won't stop the recording because this is more of a training than just just a healing. And so I'd love to know how it's been for you, or what you saw, what you felt, that kind of thing, because it is more interactive since we are medical intuitive skills. And I probably need to answer more questions for a lot of you. So yeah, feel free to do that. If anybody wants to start sharing, I'll be quiet. Oh, did you miss the chakra clearing? No, you didn't miss the chakra clearing. We didn't go through the different chakras individually. We can spend some time tomorrow doing the chakras, just a few minutes on each chakra. But the chakras did get cleared through the different options that were cleared out. So a lot of you probably felt different parts of your body, with pressure and tension. We cleared out whatever your obstructions and blocks were to a lot of your perceptions, beyond the five senses, your other perceptions. Then we did some clearing in your third eye. We did clearing in your heart, the heart chakra in the front and back. And then we did some clearing of the whole gut and navel, that whole apparatus down there in the front and the back. So those would have been your low two chakras. But no, we didn't go chakra by chakra. Yeah. A lot of you are out deep still. That's okay. Just stay there. Just, whatever needs to happen is happening. But if anyone would like to share, I will mute myself.
Alicia, should I turn off the recording?
I'd like to, sure, we'll turn off the recording. That's fine.